Well, hello and welcome to the Emirates Stadium. I'm James Moulton, and we got live commentary of the big game. It's Arsenal against Real Madrid. Well, this doesn't often happen. A game of this such magnitude. Because this is a big game.
Superstars have scored.
Well, Real Madrid lining up superstars. Courtois in goal, Alaba, Rudiger and Asensio in the defence. Bellingham, Camavinga and Modric in midfield. Joined by front three of Vinicius, Mbappe and Rodrigo. Arsenal lineup with Raya, Lewis Skelly, Saliba, QF and Timber. Gabriel Magalhaes is injured. He's torn his hamstring. Odegaard, Partey and Rice are in midfield. And Marino's a false nine. Martinelli's on the left. Saka is on the right. Well, this is going to be a stunner of a game. As the game kicks off, with the ball going out of play. Early doors. Well, David Alaba is going to take the throw. Well, early shots by Mbappe, but it was straight in the hands of David Raya. Exactly what he does. Lovely shot from about 30 yards out, I'd say. But it was really good quality. Just a bit too tame. Well, this is a game that people hoped would come, always want to come, as Arsenal playing out from the back with Saliba out wide to Martin Odegaard. This is a big game at the Emirates. The fans are certainly in full voice. Well, Saka had the ball, but he only had the option of Odegaard, who only had the option of Timber. But it's infield to Partey. And Rice was brought down. That's a free kick. Real Madrid just pressuring slightly too much. Lewis Skelly was brought down, not Rice. Apologies. Ball's out wide with Saka. Up against David Alaba. Cuts inside to Odegaard. Out wide to Timber, Odegaard. Cutting inside. Inside, outside. Tried to make a pass, but it was blocked by Bellingham. As Bellingham's just pressured by Saliba. Well, Modric has brought down Jurriën Timber. Sorry, oh God, I'm having a stink here. Bukayo Saka, and that's really dangerous, just on the corner right-hand side of the Real Madrid area. Well, this is good. This is spicy now. Just what we'd asked for. Well, Arsenal have a set piece here. And, well, you never know, they may score. I've had A couple of goals from set pieces here this season. Don't rule them out from anything. Odegaard's corner was low and driving. Cleared away by Rodrigo. And well, Saka gave it away. And Vinicius Jr. is on the run here. He's through on goal. Tried to go for the chip to Mbappe. But it took a deflection off Saliba and straight into the hands of David Raya. Arsenal lucky to get away with that. It was a really competent break. And that's unfortunate. We have lift off here. Arsenal lucky to get away with that. It was a really competent break. And that's Saliba infield to Skelly. Wide to Declan Rice. But it's cleared away by Asensio. That's what he does. Arsenal throw. Midway inside the Real Madrid half. It's 0-0, only 5 minutes in. Well, Bayern Munich and Internazionale is also playing right as we speak. I'll give you live updates as we get them here on the commentary space. Ball's in the area. It was cleared away by Camavinga. Martin Odegaard now urged to shoot, but plays Saka out wide on the right hand side. Puts a cross in, but it just dribbles. But it's gone behind for a corner nevertheless from Camavinga. Put his team under pressure. And well, Rudiger thought he could clear it, but it came off the back of Camavinga. And well, Arsenal have been knocking. Will they get their reward? We're going to find out. This is a corner. And we've just got a few technical interferences. We'll just let you know when we can get them sorted as soon as possible. Apologies. Big game this Arsenal Real Madrid. Doesn't happen very often. Hopefully we've not missed a goal. And if we have, we'll tell you all about that. Well, let's have a look at that corner. It was curling far post, but Courtois just punched it away. Saka again with the corner on the right-hand side. Is going to whip it in. Near post. And it's headed nearly there, but it's cleared away by Real Madrid. Lovely defending, but a lovely corner by Arsenal. As Mbappe flicks it onto Rodrigo. Can Real Madrid get a fast break? Back to Luka Modric. Alaba to Modric. Modric has certainly had a couple of North London derbies here. Here at the Emirates Stadium. Vinicius Jr. back to Luka Modric. With a lovely ball over the top to Mbappe. But Raya just got his hands to it before anybody else could. Raya was alert and knew what was going on as Timber evaded the pressure by Bellingham. And Partey has it in the centre circle. Skelly to Declan Rice. Back to Skelly. Out wide to Martinelli. Back to Skelly. And finds a lovely ball to Declan Rice, who puts it across the face of goal, but cleared away by Asensio. And well, Odegaard went in for the slide tackle, couldn't execute it. Mbappe plays out Alaba to Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side. Real Madrid attacking. Well, the cross had too much height on it and just went behind for a goal kick to Arsenal. Loads of opportunities for Vinicius Jr. But he's just hit it on the, we'll have a look. Just hit it on the outside of his left foot. And it was just a bit poor from the superstar in grey. Timber. We're getting right into it here. It's certainly been a good game, but it's not been a game of great quality. Thomas Partey now. Inside to Lewis Skelly. To Kivior. Odegaard. Doesn't have anyone for support. So somehow finds Timber. To Kiwior. To Rice, who's running. Martinelli now cuts inside, crossing the area, but headed away by Alaba. Oh, well, Partey gave the ball away. Modric with the lofting clearance to Alaba to Vinicius Jr., who's halfway in his own half. And Real Madrid comfortable in possession. Well, the only thoughts that have been through Real Madrid's brains are get it forward, knock it long to the main men, Vinny. And that hasn't paid off as Timber has the ball. But Alaba went in for the crunching tackle. Well, they've won it 15 times of Real Madrid. And by beating Arsenal, it would make it close. It would be one step closer to making it 16. As here's Timber. Oh, was brought down by Camavinga. But the referee doesn't give it the foul, and it goes out of play for an Arsenal goal kick. We'll have a look at that in more detail now. As Camavinga just grabbed Timber back, resulting in Arsenal's number 12 to go to ground. The liner had a clear view of that, but I just don't think it's enough contact to be given there. Too little contact. Well, this game has been Arsenal dominant so far. We're only 12 minutes in, but well, we've had quite a lot of chances. More than the Manchester derby, that's for sure. Well, Skelly now breaking forward to Rice, who's running on the left. Finds Martinelli, who's running it. Back to Partey! Straight at Courtois. And Courtois couldn't quite handle it. Asensio knocked it back to him. And, well, solidity. Well, Martinelli was so solid in trying to find a man in the area. And he found Rice. He just flicked it back to Partey. Had the go. Let's have another look at that shot. It's a lovely little shot, but it just lacked direction. Well, Real Madrid, have a corner here. It's been a good start. Potential penalty check, I'm hearing. Possible handball by Asensio. The cross from Martinelli hit his shoulder. Hit Asensio's shoulder, I think. Mark Clattenburg.
He isn't putting his arm out to make himself bigger. But what we have to remember, John, is UEFA have a different criteria to the Premier League on handball. They are more strict on the punishment of handball. Even if the arm is slightly outstretched, UEFA will try to give a penalty. But I don't agree that this is a penalty kick.
Well, Rice has sort of kicked the ball straight at Asensio's arm with pace, with great pace. And there was not much that he could do about that. Play is stopped, but there will be no penalty given. Modric's corner. It won't be taken quickly. Bit of pushy in the 6-yard area from Rudiger. As Modric loops one in, punched away by Raya. Raya took the pressure off his defenders. And Martinelli nearly won the ball back off Real Madrid, but to no avail. Here's Rodrigo. Mbappe's flick back nearly didn't find Bellingham. It did. Camavinga to Modric. To Valverde, who is such a solid calming force in this Madrid side. Here's Mbappe now. Back to Bellingham, back to Camavinga, back to Modric. And Real Madrid now are sort of having more of a dominant spell with the ball. So far it's been all Arsenal, but now it looks like momentum shifting. Arsenal have had 68% of the ball compared to Madrid's 32%. That number looks to go up in Madrid's favour as they have the ball now with Rudiger. One side of the pitch to the other. That's what they're doing. As Rodrigo's back to Camavinga. And Madrid just making sure that they control the play and make sure nothing goes wrong. Courtois in his own area. Across to Asensio. He plays a looping ball to Rudiger. Alaba. Arsenal have won it back. Here's Saka. Can he keep it in play? No, he won't. Well, Arsenal thought they had another throw in, but well, it's not. Real Madrid who have it. Mbappe taking his time. Alaba, beg your pardon. Modric lost the ball, but that was in a fouled manner. Good pressing from Arsenal, but you can't be doing that. Martin Odegaard Don't run into him, just keep it cool, keep it calm. Lewis Skelly now hustling, bustling. Martinelli. But the sliding shackle from Asensio was dominant over it all. Dominant powerfulness from Raul Asensio. Well, Rice went in for the crunching challenge, but just nips Luka Modric. Throw in now. Balls back to Thibaut Courtois. Balls up there to David Raya. Timber to Lewis Skelly. Here's Rice. Mikel Merino brought down. Referee says play on. Bellingham intercepted by Martin Odegaard. Brought down there. Was that legally? No, says the referee. Here's Rudiger breaking forward. Outright to Rodrigo, cuts inside. Mbappe to Vinicius Junior in the area. Dangerous shots, but just curled wide. Well, what a shot that was. Had a little bit of nip. Did well just to release the shot. Mbappe with a cool, calm pass. And, well, I think Raya would have had that covered if it was on target. Timber. Here's Saka. Couldn't do anything. Lost it to Asensio, who's being so strong to keep the ball. With Saliba leaves it and it goes out of play for a throw. It's Arsenal 0, Madrid 0. We're 22 minutes in and no scores. Let's have a check from the Championship. Blackburn 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Bristol City 0, West Brom 0. Derby 0, Burnley 0. Norwich 0, Sunderland 0. Preston 1, Cardiff 0. Sheffield United 0, Millwall 1. What a result in the title race that is so far. Stoke 0, Luton 0. Watford 0, Hull 0. Middlesbrough 0, Leeds 1. Leeds back on top through Dan James in the second minute. Well, the top three in the Championship goes as follows. Leeds first, Burnley second, Sheffield third. The throw-in is back to Cuyol and Partey to Lewis Skelly. Back to Saliba. But that's given away. And Mbappe, is he offside? Running through and goal! But over the crossbar. What a chance there for Real Madrid. Mbappe slipped whilst taking the shot. Let's have a look. The pass from Kiwior. Couldn't find Saliba. And I think he was offside. Vinicius Junior's pass to Mbappe was offside. Well, the lino did wave his flag up. But Mbappe just howled it over the crossbar. What a shot that was. He just went through it with his laces, but slipped as taking the shot. And well, I think Timber has been slightly injured in that process. The physio's on the pitch. And well, that doesn't look so good. He does look down in a bit of pain. I think it's his knee. He's going to get back up. And hopefully he can carry on in this scintillating game. He's limping, he shook his head. And I don't think that's good. I don't think that he will be able to carry on there. He's just waddling off the pitch with the physio. And he's just sort of sat down. Looked to have sat down as he's going off. And that's not so good for Arsenal. But this could be a lifeline for Real Madrid. As I say, the right back position has been sort of lacking. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ben White's on the bench. So is Riccardo Calafiori. Ben White is on the bench. Calafiori is not, unfortunately. Talking to the right-hand side, here's Saka. Against Alaba. Cuts inside. Whipped away. Took the deflection straight into Courtois' hands. Well, it's been a good game so far, full of chances. Only 26 minutes in, as here's Rodrigo. Real Madrid quick on the break. Mbappe couldn't win the ball. Good defending from Saliba. Well, Rodrigo won it back now. And they're just nibbling on at Arsenal. I can feel that there's going to be a goal sometime today. Here's Modric. To Mbappe, out wide to Rodrigo. Back to Modric. Across to Camavinga. And Madrid making sure they control tempo. Across to Alaba. Vinicius Junior. To Alaba. To Rudiger. With that lovely lofting ball. Out wide. Rodrigo. Back to Modric. Well, ball was in there. But just won back by, I think it was Kiwior. Here's Rodrigo to Raul Asensio. Raul Asensio's ball. Tried to find Mbappe, but it found the hands of David Raya. To Timber. To Saliba. On the halfway line. Here's Marino, who's just helping in midfield. Returns to his position. Saka's on the right. Back to Timber, who's back on the pitch. He looks okay. Saka to Odegaard. Tackled by Camavinga. Cleared away, but only to Saliba. Lewis Skelly. Across field to Rice. Back to Saliba. Skelly. Kivior. Saliba. Kivior. Saliba. To Partey. To Lewis Skelly now, who's running. Tried to find Saka. The ball had too much of it. And that goes out for a Real Madrid throw-in. Here's Modric. Pressuring. Rice tried to clear it. And put it in the area. But he can only win a goal kick to Real Madrid. We're half an hour in the game now. It's Arsenal 0, Real Madrid 0, but well, scintillating game it has been so far. Equal game between Bayern Munich and Internazionale. Jude Bellingham now, advancing forward. The ball to Mbappe. Can he score? No, good save by David Raya. Lovely ball from Jude Bellingham to find Mbappe. But it can't be. Here's Arsenal on the break with Martinelli, but headed cross to Rudiger into the hands of Courtois. Is Raul Asensio. Tried to play the ball through to Vinicius Jr. He will do. Mbappe. There's a tried attempted clearance from Timber, but he just lost the ball. Here's Rodrigo. Ball span off Lewis Skelly and out for a Madrid corner. Lovely ball from Jude Bellingham to find Mbappe, but super save from the keeper, David Raya, who knew where he was going. It was fairly straightforward, straight at the keeper. But all in all, good chance for Real Madrid. And they have another chance here at the Emirates Stadium. Rudiger's corner, cleared away by Saka. Rudiger. Back to Courtois. With the long ball up to Rodrigo, Modric. Now to Bellingham, who slipped trying to get the ball, won it anyway. Here's Mbappe. To Vinny Jr. Put the ball in, headed away by Saliba. Mbappe now, tossing and turning. Past Arsenal, Real Madrid commit the foul on Mikel Merino, and Mbappe just sort of flipped out and kicked him a little bit. Yeah. What a touch though there from Mbappe. Just got his toe out and dinked the ball into his control. Another goal at Sheffield Wednesday. It's Gassama. But here's Odegaard to Saka. Warded away by Real Madrid, Partey. Saliba to Timber. But it's just finding its way around. This is sort of what football has come to. Arsenal with a throw to Rice. Tossing and turning. Back to Martinelli, who's pressured by Valverde. Tries to keep the ball, won't. Rodrigo wins it back. Modric. Valverde. To Vinicius Jr. Well, Vinicius Jr., was he fouled there? I think that was a slight dive. As it's played forward by Rudiger. Modric. Camavinga. Madrid, you can just tell they've got this sort of energy about them. That they're just about to score, but not quite just yet. It's so annoying, but it's so, so good. Exactly what they're doing. Alaba. Back to Camavinga. Back to Modric. With the lovely switch of play to Rodrigo. Under pressure a little bit. And forced back. Modric. Rodrigo. To Modric. Infield set. Camavinga was pressured there by Merino. Nearly lost the ball, but Rudiger ends up with it. And Rudiger lost the ball to Arsenal's press. Merino plays the ball out wide to Declan Rice. With a lovely chip pass to Martin Odegaard. To Saka on the right. Cuts inside. Inside again. In the penalty area. Ball across the face of goal. And Declan Rice wasn't there to tap it home. So nearly for Arsenal. That was such a good chance. Saka served Rice on a plate. But Rice, well, he just froze in the moment. He should really be doing better. And what a chance it was. Should be better for Arsenal. Here's Martinelli. Tussling and bustling with Valverde, who won the ball. Rodrigo, Valverde, Modric. Well, momentum has clearly shifted. In the first 15 minutes, it was, well, all Arsenal. Now it's more Madrid. Possession is just about equal. Madrid have had more shots, but Arsenal have had more XG. I'm hearing about a goal at Germany at the Allianz Arena. It's Lautaro Martinez with the goal. And the 38th minute there, the first leg. I'll tell you more about that when it comes. I'll tell you more about it. It was just in the area. And he just knocked it in. Well, let's have a look at that. Such a well-worked goal, I'm hearing. I'm not getting a replay. That's annoying. Well, here's Bukayo Saka. To Odegaard. Saka across the face of goal. And how unlucky are Arsenal? Saka's put it across the face of goal twice. But nobody's been there to capture. And that's why Arsenal need a true number 9. And if they did, I think that they may have be 2-0 up here in this clash. Here's Timber to Odegaard. Timber toying. Well, Partey just ran into, I think it was, Mbappe. It's QF who pushed Mbappe. And he's down a bit too much, so let's have a look at that. It was really good from Saka, but no one was there for Arsenal to tap it home. And well, there should be one up. Really should be better. We're 42 minutes in, nearing the half-time whistle. Here's Partey in midfield. Here's Odegaard. To Timber. Here's Vinicius Jr., who lost the ball to Partey. Here's QF. Well, if you're lucky, you might just get the game of the week. PSG vs Aston Villa. Live commentary on James Moulton Database. Ball's out wide to Rice. Lewis Skelly back to Rice. And now it's just turning all Arsenal again. Saka's out wide. Cuts inside to Partey. Lewis Skelly has a ball. Lovely skill from him. Mikel Merino now. To Timber. Headed by Rice, and what a save! And another stunning save as Martinelli's shot was straight at Courtois for the double save. What a two saves they were. The header from Declan Rice was sublime, and it was a lovely save. And Martinelli's follow-up was so nearly brave. Here's Partey. Partey. Odegaard. To Saka. On the right. Ball inside. Can it find a head? No, it won't. It's a goal kick. Saka has been really lively. And you can see just what a difference he makes to this Arsenal side. Courtois' double save. Let's have another look. That was lovely. Pure brilliance. Pure brilliance. You won't see that on a football pitch too often. 2 minutes of additional time of this exciting but goalless half. Have I given it the commentator's curse? Here's Odegaard. To Partey. Odegaard. Tried to find Martinelli, but Courtois had the hands to save it. Did save it. Camavinga on it back. Here he is, driving at Arsenal. Rodrigo to Raul Asensio. Rodrigo to Mbappe. To Modric. 40 seconds on the clock. That's all that's left. Modric. To Bellingham. Back to Camavinga. Finds Asensio on the right-hand side. Produces the back pass to Camavinga, who goes for the shot. But it was from way away. And it just lacked accuracy. It was curling away from the top left corner. And that's the last action of this stunning half. The half-time whistle goes. It's Arsenal 0, Real Madrid 0. But don't let that scoreline deter you. My heck, it has been a game. And a game it has been. That's what it's been. A lovely day.
Where's my lucky sock?
Well, let's indulge in a little bit of music. It's half time. And what a half it's been. Well, it's been a good half. Enjoy the halftime music.
We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would away forever, exalted in the sea. As long as I am with you, my heart continues to beat. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. We set out on a mission to find out inner peace, make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete. It's easy being with you, sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, gave you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. You gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'll make it. Knowing the little heart, you can't shame me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be.
So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head over heels, went toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. I wanna take it to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. With a thrill in my head and a pill on my tongue, there's all the nerves that have just begun. Listening to Marvin all night long. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound, always slipping from my hands. Stands a time of its own. Take your seaside arms and write the next line. Oh, I want the truth to be known. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. I bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. This much is true. This much is true. This much is true. I know this much is true. 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 I know this much is true. This much is true. This much is true.
I have to finish this paper. I'm swamped. No one told me college would be so damp.
Just get Grammarly. It's free.
Can it help with what I wrote last night? It only took 3 coffees and some cheese.
Grammarly will catch all those spelling and grammar errors, and it'll help with the bigger stuff. Like, look, you're being way too casual here. And it's saying that this paragraph needs to be shorter. So then, click, click, you fix it.
Is this why nobody else is stressed about this paper? I thought there was just something in the water.
There is. Grammarly can also give you ideas to make your writing better. Add more background, add specific examples, focus your conclusion.
Wow, this sounds like me, but better. A less damp me.
Victory looks good on you.
You think a less damp me could get that internship?
A less damp you could do anything. Download Grammarly for free.
I was left to my own devices. Many days fell away with nothing to show, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Great clouds all over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? We were caught up and lost in all of our vices. In your pose as the dust settled around us, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Great clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this?
Apologies, I've just realised you couldn't have heard me. We're back underway here at the Emirates. And what a game of football it is. Not much has happened since the restart. Just a bit of Arsenal pressure. We're only 1 minute 30 in. Apologies. Ødegaard nearly had the chance to go through on goal, but could not produce the touch to do so. Well, Gabriel has torn his hamstring and is out for the rest of the season. He takes his seat here at the Emirates. Ball through to, well, what would have been through to Vinicius Jr., but Timber couldn't do anything. Kiwior. To Saliba to Kiwior. They're just waiting to form the perfect structure necessary and required. Well, Arsenal really applying pressure here. Really keeping the ball. Just not making much of a breakthrough. That is what's needed in this game. A breakthrough. A strong and solid breakthrough. Lewis Skelly to Partey. Here's Martinelli now on the left-hand side. Inside, outside. Cross produce. But had too much whip on it. Went out for a goal kick. Good start from both teams here. Arsenal have had majority of the ball. But Madrid have been good to neutralise. Referee's calling Thibaut Courtois out for time wasting. Urged him to be quicker. Early opening here. Here's Mbappe into the side netting. Good chance there. Rudiger's short ball to Bellingham. Found Mbappe. And well, he just went for power, went to smash it. Side netting it was. Is Partey back to Saliba. To Lewis Skelly. Martinelli. Partey. across to Saka. Saliba to Saka to Odegaard. Odegaard in the area. Camavinga withstands. And here's Bellingham running forward. Sounds are muted here. The Emirates need something to chant about. Here's Vinicius Jr. to Mbappe. Marino hoarding pressure. Back to Modric. Little ball to Alaba. Back to Rudiger. Here's Asensio. Camavinga, Modric. Looping ball to Rodrigo. Lovely touch from him. On the right side. Finds back Modric. Rudiger. Mbappe. Can he do something? Alaba. On the left. To Rudiger. To Modric in the centre circle. To Rudiger. And this is all starting to get a little bit boring. And there's a clear passing triangle between Alaba and Camavinga. As Alaba's cross was straight in the hand of Raya. Camavinga's down. Looks to be in some pain. Referee's gonna stop the play. He's gonna book Thomas Partey for that foul. First sort of action of the night. Partey's been booked. There's protests. He just caught Camavinga there. He's not very happy with that. Well, Ancelotti, what can he do? Referee restarts the play in favour of Arsenal. Here's QF to Saliba. QF back to Saliba. We're 55 minutes in. Arsenal 0, Real Madrid 0. Here's Martinelli. Declan Rice now in the area. That was such a promising ball from Luis Skelly. He tried to keep control of the ball, but it ricocheted off Raul Asensio. And it's solid defending from him. And I think it's going to go out for a corner to Arsenal. Will it? No, it's a throw-in. I'm mistaken. Well, if I've already said it, but I'll say it again. The atmosphere has just gone really flat. There's not much for the Arsenal fans to cheer about. It's just all been a little bit too conservative from Arsenal. They need a bit of a burst of magic. Can Saka do it? He's now with the ball, cutting inside. Forced away. Referee gives a free kick as he was shoved down by David Alaba. Let's have a look. That is a bit of a 50-50 tussle, but gravity brought Saka down. And, well, I'm not sure if there's much more that could be done. Free kick here, 4 men standing over it. That doesn't happen very often. Set piece coach out to speak his words of wisdom. It's from about, I'd say, around about 35 yards out. I think it's Declan Rice who is lining up to tee it. Saka's also stood over it. There's not many Arsenal players actually there. Rice is hit! That's the opening goal! What a direct free kick from Declan Rice. Boy, he knows how to boogie. It was lovely. It had zing, it had whip. What a goal. Courtois caught out. Arsenal have opening doors here against Madrid. And you can't say it wasn't coming. They have really been applying the pressure from minute 1. Arsenal have been dominant. And the dominance has paid off. Declan Rice with that so good free kick that just curved past the wall, curved past Courtois. What a free kick it was. As Arsenal lead in this, what will be now, so scintillating. So scintillating. Champions League tie. It's Arsenal 1. Real Madrid 0. Declan Rice for the free kick. Courtois. Not happy. Nor at all Madrid. Wow, boom. Boom, boom. Hopefully, I'll just have a little bit more joy. Stadium. The atmosphere has increased, that's certain. I can tell you that much for sure. Camavinga now on the ball. Here's Modric to Valverde. Rodrigo. Back to Camavinga. Can Madrid equalise? Here's Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side. Past Saka. Can't get past Timber. His cross took a deflection. Real Madrid corner. Well, there's Roberto Carlos, and he certainly knows how to hit a free kick. He certainly knows how to hit a free kick, that's for sure. Well, maybe he shouted a word of wisdom to Declan Rice as he hit that astonishing goal. Modric's corner. Flicks by Bellingham, but straight to the hands of David Raya. Can Arsenal break now? Can they get a second? Here's Martinelli. Raul. Valverde was in front of him. Courtois cleared. This game's getting a bit rumpy-bumpy in it. And the stadium's injected with joy. Here's Ødegaard to Saka on the right-hand side. Bellingham's with him. Cuts inside. Bellingham with the challenge. And Real Madrid breaking with Camavinga. Vinicius Jr. Speed is slowing down. And it was a poor pass from Vinicius Jr. Hit it from underneath. And Arsenal have it back with Rice. Ødegaard. Now breaking forward are Arsenal. It's like a basketball match. Here's Saka. Put the cross in, but it was deflected off the foot of David Alaba. And well, what have we got here? We've got a game, that's for sure. Another Arsenal set piece. Can they score again? We'll find out. In the coming seconds. Arsenal really putting the pressure on Madrid here. Corner from Saka. Whip lovely, but straight at the hands of Courtois. Who cannot find a person to release it to, so he'll just hold on. And find Rudiger. Camavinga. Breaking forward with somewhat pace. To Bellingham. To Modric on the halfway line. Across to Rodrigo on the right. Modric to Camavinga. Lovely switch of play to Vinicius Jr. Alaba, Vinicius Jr. Alaba again. Camavinga in the centre circle. Switches the play to Rodrigo on the right. Whose touch takes him backwards. But to Modric it is. Camavinga across to Rudiger. Just stand still. To Bellingham, to Camavinga, to Rudiger on the halfway line. Well, Arsenal doing all they can to break down the opponent. So Real Madrid doing all they can to break down the opponent. Here's Vinicius Jr. finding them pockets of space. His pass was to no one, so Rice cleared away. It's a throw on. Here's Rudiger. Across to Raul Asensio. On the halfway line to Rodrigo on the right. Cuts inside. Finds Valverde. Mbappe. Rodrigo. Well, Mbappe's been here, there and everywhere all match. And I think you can tell he's not being a poacher. I think that's really what Real Madrid need. As Camavinga tried to find Mbappe, but Raya's hands were there. We're 66 minutes in. Arsenal lead due to Declan Rice's fabulous free kick. Well, here at Arsenal again. Partey to Rice. Rice can't go again. Valverde has it. Cleared away. And Luis Skelly brought down Rodrigo. Free kick given. Taken quickly. And Madrid lose it. To Timber to Saka on the right hand side. Partey, right, to Saka. Saka, back to Lewis Skelly to Saliba. Kilyor. Rice, Martinelli on the left. What's going to happen now? Lewis Skelly. Kilyor. Out wide to Rice. Inside to Skelly. Pressured by Vinicius Jr. Here's Martinelli. Followed up. Marino. No. Marino. No again. Astonishing triple save from Thibaut Courtois to deny Mikel Merino twice. Martinelli shot straight at the diving save of Courtois. The follow-up volley from Merino swung straight at Alaba's foot. It wasn't a triple save. It was a good double save. Merino went for the volley again. And Courtois tipped it over the bar. Solidity from him as Courtois punches away again. Rice cleared away. The shot was nearly in, but the smartness there from Madrid was there to stop the danger. Here's Partey. Was he fouled there by Bellingham? Yes, he was. And it was Saka. I beg your pardon. Not Partey. Saka was just dipping, and it was Camavinga who brought him down. Have a look at Rice's shot there. Lovely Bellingham with a stern foot to clear it away. I think Courtois would have had that. Saka looks to be down there. It's his shin that's in some pain. He has just come back from a hamstring injury that's kept him out for around about 4 months. That's a quarter of a year. More than a quarter of a year. Well, the last time Arsenal did play here, it was a 2-1 win against Fulham, and it was Bukayo Saka with the goal. To win it. And well, it's from a slightly different position. It's from a more left side this time round. But still, let's not take anything away from what Odegaard or Declan Rice can do. I think they're going to go for the shots. Yeah, it's going to be Rice who's going to hit it again. Same yards out! Another stunning finish from Declan Rice! Top right! Where's that? He knows how to hit it. What a lovely, lovely finish as Arsenal erupt. Real Madrid corrupt. Declan Rice with another, yes, another moment of magic. Direct free kicks, that's what he does. Corey, what a blimey. What a goal. He knows how to hit them free kicks. He just hit it with a lovely bit of curl into the top right. He took the net off. The net rippled, and my, oh my, that's a stunning piece of work. Declan Rice's parents will be proud. And that night in, that night This night is one that Arsenal will remember forever. They are 2-0 up against giants Real Madrid. And that night in 1998, when Rice's parents did that act, well, that's a night that has changed Arsenal's course in history. Here's Camavinga, headed by Alaba straight to the hands of Ryan. And there's been a change here. Modric has come off and Lucas Vazquez has come on. Camavinga, though, just now I'm hearing has been booked, therefore he will miss the game at the Bernabeu. Well, you can't take anything away from Rice's two stunning free kicks. I've forgotten to update the scoreboard. That's how good they were. Moments of magic. That's what they need. I think I said earlier, all that Real Madrid need, all that Arsenal need, is just that moment of magic. And boy, oh, we have found that. Well, the Emirates applauding. As well. Saka's, I think that's Saka. He's coming off. He's not looking so good. Leandro Trossard's going to come on. And have a look at that free kick. Saka's limping off the pitch with injury. Yes. That's the one word to describe it. Timber, yes, this is it. That's it. Right. Right selecting Rice. Arteta calling for everyone to go forward. Can they find a third? Trossard on the left hand side. Lewis Skelly. Declan Rice for a hat-trick! What? Well, it wasn't Declan Rice. It was Mikel Merino. And whoa, Arsenal running riot. Bloodshed for Real Madrid. This is the way of living. And, well, Madrid have a mountain to climb. And my heck, that's certainly a game. This time next week. Madrid glooming. Arsenal are booming. Was Trossard offside? That's the one question in the build-up. Lewis Skelly had the assist. It was just a lovely flick by Mikel Merino just to guide it into that bottom left corner. It was just in the centre of the edge of the penalty area, just in the D. He just sort of flicked it with his right foot straight into the bottom left corner. What a finish. 3-0 Arsenal. Bloodshed and no flander. Partey out wide to Martinelli. for Arsenal is brought down. Well, is it too late for the magic eyebrow? Carlo Ancelotti. It certainly seems it. When you woke up this morning, anybody would have guessed that the scoreline would orientate this tournament. It's magic. This is what the Champions League is all about. These moments of magic. Real Madrid attacking. Mbappe lost the ball to Odegaard. He's now breaking. Was he fouled back by Bellingham? Yes, he was. And Odegaard. Feels like he's hard done by there. He just grabbed his neck. Took him down. And I think that should be looking at this. Declan Rice is down here. It's not looking so great. Two absolutely astonishing free kicks. He is coming off.
What a game it's been. I think he'll remember it forever. It's not often you score a
Brace for Real Madrid. And he's certainly a game changer. Comes off, Tierney comes on. Alaba has also come off. Fran Garcia has also come on. I don't think that'll have much use to the game. Only 10 minutes left. But mountains in Madrid. But mountains are there to be climbed. Tierney wins a throw on the left side. Well, Carlo Ancelotti's got his magic eyebrow up. But there's 10 minutes left. Not enough to score 4 goals to win the game. With this loss, well, that'll be 2 in a row. They lost against Valencia 2-1 at home. And they're losing 3-0 here. Arsenal have had the most chances. 11 compared to 8. 8 of Arsenal's chances have been on target. Only 3 of Madrid's have been on target and challenged the keeper. Raul Asensio clears to Timber, who clears again to Martinelli, who couldn't quite get the touch right. Courtois now to Rudiger. It's Fran Garcia now. First touches, they're so important. They're what defines a game. Omar Mamouche against Bournemouth. If you were listening in on that, he scored on his first touch. Here's Vinicius Jr. Good defending by Partey. Fran Garcia challenged away by the same. Lucas Vasquez. Rodrigo, magic. Good defending by Tierney. And I think that one is a corner for Real Madrid. Lovely little moments there. Mikel Merino with just a darting finish. Saw it, had a go. Bosch, bottom left. 3. And well, Madrid fed up. This is not the result they wanted. It's not working out for their front 3. And now I say there's been a lack of production and energy. Here's Martinelli. Put the cross in, won the corner off Fran Garcia. Jude Bellingham directing instructions. He was brought down by Lewis Skelly in the build-up to the corner. And as he tried to get up, Lewis Skelly caught him again. Prevented him from getting up. Just a short little stab on Bellingham's calf. Arsenal corner. Odegaard to take. Referee keeping an eye. Odegaard's corner, whipped in far post. And it's punched away by Thibaut Courtois. Free kick for Real Madrid. And I think that's perfect time to tell you about a goal at the Allianz Arena. It's Bayern Munich with the equaliser. It's Thomas Muller, who will be leaving at the end of the season. And that's goodbye. Goodbye goal. Hopefully that's not his last in Bayern Munich colours. Real Madrid have used up all their substitutes. Just need a couple. Rodrigo's come off for Brahim Diaz. Here's Timber on the halfway line for Arsenal. Breaking forward. Burst pass down to Martinelli. Ball in there, cleared away by Rudiger. Bellingham has it. Partey wins it back. Martinelli fails to keep it in play. Real Madrid throw-in. Here's Lewis Skelly. Kivior. Partey. Saliba. 5 minutes left on the clock. Tick tock. Can they remain 3 up? Well, memorable nights against Madrid. They did win 1-0 when Thierry Henry was playing. That was a memorable one. They played each other on a pre-season friendly once. That was a 2-2 draw, penalty shootout. Force it to go Madrid's favourite. Here's UCL 3-0 to Arsenal. Results that nobody was expecting. Another result that is happening right now is at the Allianz Arena. Internazionale restore their lead. It's 2-1. And the goal scorer is Fratesi. Davide Fratesi. A 25-year-old. He scored his first Champions League goal of this season. And that puts Internazionale of Milan in front. Lewis Skelly throws a ball in the area. It came off Tierney Lass. So a Madrid goal kick. Taken quickly. So Van Garcia, Rudiger clears it up there. Well, Rudiger will have fond memories of playing here at the Emirates. His times at Chelsea. He's had some good games against Yes. Here's Lewis Skelly to Partey in the centre circle. Kieran Tierney. Trossard now, inside outside. He was in his own half, but he was dribbling like he was in the final third, trying to get past a few players. Well, Tierney's going to try to do that. He won't do that. Cleared away. By Thibaut Courtois. To Alessensio. Cross play to Rudiger. Courtois. Alessensio. Played in field. Camavinga shouts for a foul there. No given. Here's Franz Garcia breaking forward. Can Madrid clinch a goal? Here's Vinicius Junior. Shot wild. Shot. Took a deflection. Straight to the hands of Raya. I'm hearing that there will be a minimum of 4 minutes added on at the end. I can tell that Madridsters look with disdain on their faces. They don't want this to happen much longer. They want to go home. As Timbers down with cramp. There's a goal scorer. Declan Rice with 2 beautiful free kicks. Looping, curling, bish bash bosh. Declan Rice made the difference. And Mikel Merino made sure to secure that for the top tidy finish. Alessensio, Valverde, Rodrigo, Bellingham, some of their best names in the game are not having a good day. Timber's come off with cramp and White has come on. He's only made a couple of appearances for Arsenal this season. It's been riddled with injury. He did have that big injury towards the start of the season. He's only made 17 appearances so far. 12 in the league. It's 5 in the Champions League. Gonna play.
Ancelotti looking really bad.
Fran Garcia. Balls with Partey to Lewis Skelly to Trossard in the centre circle. Game's increasing a little bit. It went a bit stale for a few minutes, but now it's turning up a little bit. It's a bit this way, that way. Possession is being a little bit hard to keep hold of. Here's Valverde, out wide to Lucas Vasquez. Ball in there, headed away by Lewis Skelly. And headed away again by Martinelli. 40 seconds on the clock. Tick tock. What's going to happen next? Mbappe racing forward. Cleared away to Trossard. One back there by Camavinga, who needlessly kicks the ball away after the referee gave the free kick. And it's marching orders. That's his second yellow card. A suspension for the away leg. And well, what's happened here? It's all gone wrong. A needless, so needless second yellow card for Camavinga. If he'd have just followed the rules, it would have been all right. But he just felt the need to kick the ball away. And that means he says good day to the pitch. Down the tunnel he goes. It's finished 2-1 at the Allianz Arena. Madrid down to 10 men, but it doesn't matter. With only 30 into more than added time. Lucas Vasquez with a clearance to Courtois. Lofts it long. And the referee blows a full-time whistle. And what a day to be an Arsenal fan. What a moment for Arsenal. Rice, brilliant. Marino with a tuck-tidy finish. And that's it. What a game it was. Madrid not quite looking their full colours. And well, mountains upon mountains upon mountains upon mountains. 4 goals at least they'll need, with major suspensions such as Camavinga. And well, what a game. They didn't deserve anything there. They were poor. They lacked brilliance in the final third. And well, that's goodbye. Declan Rice will be proud. Mikel Merino will be proud. Let's enjoy this North London forever. It ends Arsenal 3, Real Madrid 3.
Totti? Totti? Totti!
Thanks for listening. We've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow for BSG Aston Villa. I've been James Moulton. It's been a lovely day of football. Arsenal 3, Real Madrid